Welcome to the Charjr Ryuki channel, where gaming and nachos are law. So sit back, relax, and let's dip in.
You approach the door of the sheriff's office and take note of the painted shield that is fixed to the wall. It bears the distinctive emblem of Rockstar. 3 crossed sledgehammers on a white frosted field. Beneath a slate-roofed porch, the main door is held ajar by a booted foot. It belongs to the body of a dead man, lying just inside the entrance. The stripes sewn onto the sleeves of his high-collared jacket tell you that this is Sheriff Tarlar. He has been stabbed fatally in the back by a sharp-guided sword. He pushed open the door and stepped carefully inside the dead man's office. A search of his pockets reveals nothing. They have already been emptied. You sense that his personal items have been taken by the same guy who took his life. You drag Tarlar's body away from the entrance and push the door shut. The front room of the office is where the sheriff used to deal with daily matters of law and order in Rockstar. Now those days are sadly gone. The room is dominated by a large desk made of summer-lending oak, beautifully engraved with provincial emblems and the personal crests of summer-lending heroes past and present. In a corner of the room, you can see a large wooden chest with iron fittings, and at the back of the room, opposite the main door, there is a flight of broad stone steps that lead down to the gaol cells below. This is where prisoners are held before trial. Before moving on, you investigate the desk. You attempt to pick the lock. Let's investigate the desk. You stand beside the oak desk and pick up several scrolls that are heaped upon the table's green leather surface. You unfurl it and begin to read the contents. It is a death warrant for a man called Merrick Gilad, a thief who had been found guilty of murdering 2 of the Sheriff Reeves' deputies, who had chased Gilad and his accomplices to their hideout in the Succan Forest. You read that Gilad pleaded innocent when accused of the crime. He claimed that the Reeves were murdered, but not by him, by Gaiax. At the bottom of the scroll there is written, in Sheriff Tarlar's hand, the date of Gilad's execution. It is today's date. The lock. I mean, what does picking the lock does? I guess let's pick the lock and see what happens. What do we get? You managed to open the chest. It seems that Sheriff had made provision to withstand an attack by sheltering inside his office. However, when he was compelled to organize resistance to the attack, he left the office with fatal consequences. Clearly, these supplies will be of no use to him in the long term. Judicar, Elixir of Volca, Whisper Texture, Hardened Steel, Ash, Gold Crowns. You descend the steps and arrive at a guardroom, rough hewn from the granite bedrock. It is lit by an oily torch that radiates dull amber light. It is sparsely furnished with a table, 2 chairs, a food cupboard. There are 2 cells adjoining the guardroom. One of them is empty, but the other is occupied by a tall man with a long beard and strong calloused hands. His name has been chalked on a board fixed to the door of his cell. Maruk Gilad. Gilad has gone without food and water since the morning of the Gaiac attack. He has heard the screams and the sound of crackling fire in the night, and he is anxious to escape from this cell before the Gaiacs find him, or he dies of thirst. Unlock the door, he demands. Release me from this cell. I want nothing to do with this village and its fine, upright, law-abiding inhabitants, and I certainly don't want anything to do with the Gaiacs. And what if I were to open the cell door and set you free? What would you do? Where would you go? The Gaiacs are everywhere. You would be better off staying where you are. I'd go back to the sunken forest. That's my home, mine and my brother's. I've had more than enough of Rockstar. You reply, your voice tinged with regret. The Gaiacs launched their attack upon Rockstar from the sunken forest. That timberland is rife with them. I pity the plight of your kinsfolk, but I fear it is too late for you to warn them or save them now. You turn away from the cell door, and Gilad shouts out, "The key is over there. Unlock this damned door." He points toward an iron fitting that fixes the torch to the wall. It's hanging from the torch bracket. Let's gather information first. You want to know more about this prisoner before you decide his fate. Why have you been put in this cell, you ask? There must be a reason why you've been locked up. Is this not so? Galad's throat is parched with thirst. He says he will tell you everything, but first he must have some water. He points to the large cupboard standing against the wall. Opposite his cell door, you pulled open the cupboard door and find a pewter pitch of water and an emerald iron cup and half a loaf of stale bread. Answer me first and answer me truthfully. Then I shall decide if you deserve this bread and water and your freedom. He tells you his name is Maruk Gilad. His brothers are not blood related. They are a band of robbers cast out of the Torrent 3 years ago for burglary and street crimes. They found refuge in a sunken forest and have survived there since, living off the plentiful flora and fauna. Not too long ago, he and his fellow thieves, his brotherhood as he calls them, used the elevator to enter Rockstar. They had come looking to steal some Bronin arrowheads for hunting. Unfortunately, the sheriff and his reeves caught them in the act. They ran back, desperate to escape, but the sheriff apprehended him before he could get away. His brothers were more fortunate. They made good their escape and returned to their lair in the sunken forest. The reeves were killed during the chase, and he was blamed for their deaths. He tells you that he and his brothers are innocent. The reeves were killed by Gaiacs. You are mindful of the fact that if you leave him locked in his cell, it will be only a matter of time before the Gaiacs find him, or he dies of thirst. If you release him, he will at least have a chance to survive. It may be a slim chance, but it is better than no chance at all. You decide to uphold the law and sever, as severe as it may be in the case. Leaving Maruk here means the Gaiacs will surely find him. You open the cell. What do you think? Should we open the cell? Or should we just leave him there? We're gonna open the cell. You walk over to the torch and unhook the key from its black iron bracket. Gilad looks relieved that you have decided to set him free. He You twist the key in the lock. Don't attack me. The heavy door creaks open. Galad rushes forward and shakes your hand in gratitude, but with such forceful enthusiasm that you have to push him away for fear he may break your wrist. He reaches into the pocket of his jacket, and for a moment you suspect he may have a concealed weapon. But quickly you sense that he harbors no ill intent. He simply wants to give you a token of his gratitude. It is a plain wooden ring carved from Summerlending oak. It's the mark of my brotherhood. It's not much, but it's all I have. You accept the ring from his calloused palm and step aside to let him leave this dingy cell. Galad rushes through the open door and scrambles upon the stone stairs. You bid him good luck as he disappears into the room above. Mark of the Brotherhood. We'll take it. You return to the street, saddened by the death of Sheriff Tarlar, and disappointed that you have not found the control handle. You fear that the Gaiacs now possess the missing part. As you move along the street, you are lost in your thoughts of how difficult it will be to find the control handle. It could be anywhere in this village. Distracted, you fail to see a gang of Gaiacs approaching from a nearby alleyway. Well, we're back in battle again, but we don't have time for this fight. So, we'll continue this fight in the next episode.